Hi, Jason Tushman back here with Spot On Patient Acquisition Best Practices, your source for best practices in elective healthcare patient acquisition. Believe it or not, we're finally here at episode 10. Really excited about this and excited about this concept that we're going to talk to you about today. Search is simple, guys, okay? Website rankings, getting website rankings, organic search is very simple in today's world. It wasn't 10 years ago. It wasn't as simple 5 years ago. But conceptually, it's very simple. What's hard is driving profits from your search strategy. And the reason is it's not a individual or succinct category in and of itself. Your website in the organic search is also dependent upon, okay, your rankings, your design, your lead management, and your patient acquisition and ROI. So you can't just think about search. You have to be able to understand what is happening on the actual profit drivers, the things that can convert your leads to patients after you've achieved a good search process. So let's break it down this way. First, let's talk about search, okay? In today's world, search really breaks down into three distinct items. And this is for elective healthcare practices only. We're talking about individual small businesses in a local market. First, you have to understand you have a location, and that location is very well understood by the advertising publishers that are out there. So Google, Yahoo, MSN, they all understand where you are based on the databases that they have today, based on where your Facebook location address is, and a variety of other things. So first, understand you're limited with organic search by your location. Now, you can use items like paid placement and paid advertising to get beyond that market, but remember your organic search is going to come down to your location. Second, your search has to be keyword specific. Each page is limited to 1 to 2 keywords that will allow you to understand and explain technically to the search engines what that particular page is about. You can't have 10 different keywords put into one page and expect the search engine to understand what that page is. So you have to limit your keywords to 1 to 2 per page. The third thing is you have to have unique content. You can't copy content from other sources, put it on a page that is appropriately located from your local citations that you have a good keyword understanding of, and you put duplicate content on there, you're going to get penalized, you're not going to get good rankings. You also can't put what they call light content, okay? The content has to be meaningful, it has to be unique, and it has to relate to the particular keyword. Now, tactical execution in today's market is very straightforward. You can do the research on this on your own and figure out most of what you need to do. The reality is you need resources in most cases to help you actually execute on it, but this process is not as complicated as people like to make it sound. First, you have to execute on your local citations, all right? These are submissions direct into the major search engines, direct into the major databases like Facebook and things like that, so that your location is well understood and is addressed as the same across all of those different channels. The second is you need to execute, okay, on your keyword and content within your website. This is what a lot of people call on-site optimization, and it's really straightforward in today's environment. First thing you need to do is you need to understand each page title, okay? Page title is going to take your keyword and your location and put it into a format so that search engines understand very specifically what that actual page is about. This is something that the search engines really use. This is something that appears in your rankings. It's not something you're going to see on the web page itself. Next, your URL structure. How does the structure of your website, the actual URL that shows up in the browser line, how is that structured? Again, go back to location and keyword. You're just consistently telling the search engine what that particular URL page is about. So page title to URL structure, you're going to be using location and keyword. Then you go to H1 tag. This is the title of the actual page. When a consumer's looking at that page, they're going to see an H1 title. So you want to make sure that the page title, URL structure, and H1 title use appropriately your location and your keyword. Then it comes down to content, okay? That content, again, as we've talked about, needs to be unique that's on the page. You need to have your keyword in there multiple times, and then you want the content to be robust and of meaning and of value. If you're just gonna throw up a quick paragraph just to try to get a ranking, it's not gonna work. Provide valuable content, provide meaningful content, invest in it, okay? Now, let's assume we do all this, and let's assume we get great rankings. We've got first page rankings, we've got ranking in the maps. We're gonna get organic new visitors to our website. But if we don't have the website designed properly, the rankings won't mean anything, because you need to send a consumer to something that they understand visually. What we just did here is to make sure that the search engines can allow you to get the rankings. Once the rankings occur, we've got to make sure that the consumer understands what's happening at that website. What is the page about? How do they get a hold of you? Is there a strong call to action? Okay, so we have to make sure that all of those things occur within the web design. Then from there, let's assume that we do this well, okay, and we did this well. If we don't have a good lead management and patient scheduling system in place, all of this goes out the window and brings no value. So you got to make sure that you have an immediate lead management process set up, that you're following up with emails immediately, you're not missing phone calls, and you're getting people on those books within 10 business days of when they call in. Then from there, obviously you have to have a good experience at the office. You have to present your products and services well. You have to be priced competitively, and you're going to get to a good conversion rate. And only then, when all of this fits together, do you have a good ROI. So think across the spectrum: marketing, lead management and patient scheduling, acquisition, retention, ROI. Remember that this all fits in place together, and you'll do just fine. Thanks for your time. We look forward to seeing you next time.